So my particular childhood, my father raised us. He's still married to my mother, and I love them both. My mother was a nighttime nurse, and so she worked the 3 to 11 shift. And they did that because they had 3 kids. They didn't have, we grew up blue collar. And so they did it because it made sense. And I think a lot of families right now are forced to make decisions on what makes sense to raise the children with the resources that are available, and we all are doing the best we can with what we have, and with the traumas and also the avoidances that we haven't addressed, because we all have those. None of us are perfect. The biggest thing that I recognize, I don't know if you know this about me, we've just met, maybe you figured out, I've got a bit of a problem with authority, and my other problem is I became a fawner for particular reasons. The issue, I guess, that I realized was my father, and I didn't see it as a problem then. My father was very authoritarian. The house was his. In fact, there were sometimes we didn't have the right to shut the door of our bedroom. That was his room. That was his door, right? And the one thing I recognized looking back is that and I saw one of my brothers parenting one of their children, and what came out when the child said no, my brother said, "You don't tell me no," and it hit me that, and I don't want to blame my father. I do know that my problem with authority and with the word no is part and parcel to the fact that I never learned and was never given the opportunity to figure out, how do I say no to someone who has the authority of my father and the ability to punish me and the ability to take things away that I want. And then how did I then maneuver that? Because every one of us develops a way to say no, whether it's the word no or whether it's avoidant behavior that gets around and you never ask. So then and I've recognized that this has permeated my relationships, interpersonal romantic female relationships, because I don't know how to present my boundary, because I only always say yes. And I say yes when I don't mean yes. And it really means, yeah, I'll come to that. And in the back of my mind is if I have the chance, and it's really harmed me.